Hi, Ella and family. My name is Kara Smith, and I'm looking forward to being your teacher this year. I'm really excited to be your teacher and have the opportunity to be a part of your education and watch you learn and grow this year. I know we're going to have a wonderful year and a great working relationship. And I'm going to do all I can to challenge you and facilitate your learning in new and exciting ways this year. So, after saying that, I'm looking over your test scores and I see that Ella, she scored a 237 RIT, which is wonderful. She scored above most in her national peers. So my goal in this situation, in Ella's situation, is to review her scores and find instructional areas that are going to help challenge her and help her grow more this year. So both her growth and achievement, it looks like, go together and are well above the mean. Let's try to get here on where we're at. So the 92nd and 93rd percentile is where she's at, and which is wonderful. It means she's scoring above most of her national peers. This places her in the high growth, high achievement quadrant, and her projected results puts her on track for her ACT college readiness and SAT if taken in the spring. So the instructional areas are grouped by standards, and based on the data, it appears that Ella's weakest area is going to be in vocabulary. Let's see, particularly in context clues and academic vocabulary reference materials. So she's showing ready to develop skills in the standards, 5.4 R3, 6.4 R3, and 8.4 R3, which tells me she's lacking some skills in this area. So I think I would consider one of the most important standards to teach one-on-one is context clues to determine or clarify meaning of words undistinguished among multiple meaning words in the 6th or 8th grade. So with that being said, I'm going to now go over a lesson plan that I put together. And here it is. So this is going to focus on practicing using context clues that are purposefully manipulated. So she needs the instruction and practice using context clues, including meaningful encounters with new words that, so that's where our focus is going to be. So as you can see, our objective is that students will be able to use context clues to mean as a clue, use the context as a clue to find the meaning of a new word by reading passages from The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. So in this situation, I would, at one-on-one lesson with the student, we would go over an introduction, introducing context clues. I would ask the student what context clues are and remind them that some authors leak information on a page and that it sometimes requires detective work to solve word meanings. I would also remind her that the context clues are helpful for learning new words and better understanding what they read. And to do this, we would go through a worksheet on Google Docs. I've got a copy here of how does learning vocabulary help me understand what I'm reading? And it just gives a passage from Tom Sawyer with an unfamiliar word, and the student would need to guess their best guess, and then we would go through the definition together, and possibly using the word in a new sentence. So we would go through this together. The next part of my lesson plan shows that we would, oops, where'd it go? So go through practice together, then extensions if needed, and then later assess with another Google Doc types of context clues assignment. And that is this one here, where the student would do independent work, independently go through the 4 types of context clues and work that out on her own. So I think I've gone over my 5 minutes, but so this is my what would include my face-to-face visit with the parents and the students in this situation.